You're trespassing. Step away from community property. That's what the HOA Karen told me while standing on the ranch my family has owned since 1952. I had just returned from an 18-month Army deployment, dust still on my boots, duffel bag in the back of my pickup. I pulled up to the gate of my family's 200-acre ranch, and a spotless white Mercedes was blocking the entrance. She was already on the phone with 911. "Officer, there's a man refusing to leave our property." Sirens began echoing down the valley. I walked toward her, holding the original deed my grandfather filed decades before her entire subdivision even existed. She kept smiling, confident, certain I was about to be arrested. She had no idea that one phone call would ignite a legal battle that would dismantle everything she'd built. What would you do if strangers tried to steal your family's ranch? Where are you watching from? Let me back up and explain how this whole mess started. Stone Creek Ranch has been in my family for 3 generations. My grandfather, a tough old bird named Frank Stone, homesteaded this land back in 1952 with nothing but grit and a handshake agreement with the county. 200 acres of prime Texas hill country, rolling pastures, original growth timber, and a natural creek that runs clear and cold year-round. I'm 3rd-generation Army Corps of Engineers trained in infrastructure, water rights, and land surveying. The military taught me precision, documentation, and how to think 3 steps ahead, skills that were about to become very useful. The ranch isn't just scenic land. We run cattle, host the county fair every summer, and my workshop has pulled more neighbors out of mechanical trouble than I can count. When Mrs. Rodriguez's tractor broke down during harvest, guess who spent his weekend fixing it for free? When the Hendersons needed hay after the drought in 2019, guess whose barn doors stayed open? But 3 years ago, everything started shifting. Bradley Whitfield's development company built Meadowbrook Estates, a luxury subdivision right next to our property line. Big houses, manicured lawns, and HOA rules thicker than a phone book. The houses sold fast to city folks wanting the country lifestyle, without any real country responsibilities. Karen Whitfield, Bradley's wife, made herself HOA president before the paint dried on the first house. 45 years old, former pharmaceutical sales rep, drives that white Mercedes like it's a weapon. She has a way of using words like community standards and property values that makes your skin crawl. The trouble started small. Karen would drive by our fence line taking pictures. Then came complaints to the county about our unsightly agricultural operations. The smell of fresh hay and leather, chemical odor of new construction, told the whole story. Old Texas colliding with suburban entitlement.